Hey everyone, and welcome to the show. Have you ever thought about what it would feel uh, like if your kid went missing?
Oh, it's just like the ultimate nightmare, right? That feeling of helplessness, the not knowing.
Totally, yeah. And that's like the exact kind of raw nerve that TM Logan hits in his thriller, The Daughter. So today, we're going to be taking a deep dive into this book.
Yeah, this book, it really gets under your skin, It explores those really primal fears about the people we love and the dangers that are out there.
For sure, yeah. The Daughter, it's very much a thriller slash mystery novel. And it plunges us headfirst into this frantic search by a mother, Lauren, whose daughter Evie just vanishes.
Right before Christmas break, too, which makes it even more, heart-wrenching.
Whoa. Totally, yeah. Like you're supposed to be celebrating, having family time, and then bam, your whole world gets flipped upside down. And as Lauren digs deeper trying to find Evie, she stumbles upon some seriously messed up stuff. Like we're talking dark secrets, hidden agendas, the whole shebang.
Mm.
Now, obviously no spoilers here, but let's just say the path to the truth is anything but a straight line.
Yeah, Logan does a really good job of keeping you guessing, like right from the start. You're never quite sure who's telling the truth or what their motivations are. It's a real twisting, turning kind of ride.
Right, and one of the things I really loved about this book was the tension. It builds so gradually, but so effectively.
Mm.
It's like a pressure cooker, just slowly cranking up the heat until you feel like you're going to burst. And then just when you think you've got a handle on things, bam, Logan throws in a curveball and you're back to square one. Honestly, it's a masterclass in keeping the reader hooked.
Totally agree. I mean, that sense of disorientation, that's like the heart and soul of a good thriller, right? You got to keep the reader off balance, make them question everything.
Yeah, absolutely. But, okay, so on the other side of the coin, and again, I'm trying to be super vague here, but there were a few parts towards the end where I felt things were maybe a little too, I don't know, like maybe a little too wrapped up in a bow.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Like maybe some of the loose ends were tied up a bit too quickly after all that buildup.
Exactly, yeah.
Like maybe a little more time could have been spent there. And also, with so many characters coming and going, I did occasionally find myself having to backtrack and be like, wait, who's this again? And what's their deal?
Yeah, that's always a tricky thing with these kinds of stories, right? You've
Yeah.
got this complex web of relationships and histories, and it can be hard to keep track of everyone, especially when you're trying to maintain that breakneck pace.
Right, right. But like overall, even with those little niggles, The Daughter was a total page turner. I was completely absorbed in Lauren's quest to find Evie. And it really makes you think, about the lengths a parent will go to for their child. So if I had to give it a rating, I'd say a solid 4 out of 5 stars. Yeah, I'd agree with that. It's a book that really nails that emotional core, that fierce, unwavering love of a parent. And that's what makes the suspense so effective.
Hmm,
Because you understand the stakes, you feel that desperation.
exactly, yeah. So, well, that brings us to the end of our deep dive into T.M. Logan's The Daughter.
Ugh.
Thanks so much for joining us as we delved into this super gripping thriller. And if you enjoyed this discussion, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on future deep dives. We've also got a link down in the description where you can pick up a copy of The Daughter for yourself if you want to experience all the twists and turns firsthand.
Oh, and we'd love to hear your thoughts too. So
Yeah.
if you've read The Daughter, what was the moment that really stuck with you? Like, was there a particular twist or revelation that totally blew your mind? Head down to the comments and let us know. We're always up for a good chat about the books we love.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And if you know anyone who enjoys a good thriller, like a friend or family member or whoever, be sure to share this deep dive with them. Spreading the word really helps us out a lot.
It's always fascinating to see how different people connect with different parts of a story, What resonates with one reader might not have the same impact on another. So yeah, definitely share your thoughts and let's get a conversation going.
Awesome. Well, thanks again for joining us today. And yeah, we can't wait to dive into another book with you soon.
Until then, happy reading.